Morning, Bobby. Here we are. I'm about to wax my chain. Here's what I use. I have a crock pot that's designated. It's a small little crock pot that's designated. I already have my paraffin wax and my beeswax in there from last usage, so I won't be starting a new batch. You can use it until it's kind of gray. This looks still pretty white, so I'm okay with it. I will just use it, and it's a designated pot, so I don't have to clean it out every single time and stuff. It's a small crock pot, doesn't even have any buttons on there in front to turn it on. You just plug it in and it just works. Then I'm using paraffin wax and beeswax, and I'm using those from Michaels. Paraffin wax, 5 ounces, 5¼ ounces, or 150 grams. They come in like little break-off pieces, very convenient. Beeswax, unfortunately, you have to cut off. And beeswax is 1 1/8 of an ounce, or 30 grams. So it's basically, you use 150 grams here, and then you use 20% of whatever paraffin wax you use, and that's the beeswax to put in. Then you want to have mineral spirits to clean the chain for the first time around to get all the crap off, and then use simple green afterwards to clean the chain, to basically get all the mineral spirits off, so that you can put it in the beeswax or in the wax. And here I have a container where I put all the stuff in there. I already put the 2 chains that I want to make today, and I want to show you that I'm using like the SRAM PowerLink here for my chains to come off easy. You can put it on a Shimano chain, or even I think they have a Whipperman chain link or something you can put on Shimano chains, but I'm using SRAM chains. They come off easy. Then I have basically a designated brush that I use to basically, once everything is in here, I basically brush it around here, to try to keep it all, get it all clean. And that, you can take a little bit of time. You don't have to rush this. You can soak and do all the stuff in there. Then I have here a hook for afterwards, not necessarily for cleaning, but once it's in the crock pot, I can use the hook to get the chain out, and then the screwdriver to stir the chain inside the crock pot. Okay, that's pretty much all I'm using to clean the chain. So now I'm in the process of cleaning the chain. I put it already in here, and as you see, it's not completely full with mineral spirits. It's just a little bit. It just needs to be cleaned. We don't need to have a big bath of that, right? Alright, so the first chain is nice and shiny, so I just take it out and let it drip off. I usually don't put it on the rocks. So this is just for usually don't put it on the rocks, but usually I hold it in my hands, and then I take the simple green, and basically start dousing in it to get all the residue off, right? And then soak it in it, even now on the other side, right? Because dirt gets on it now. Usually I hold it, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, usually I hold it in my hands. And turn the other side around, do that, and then I use like a towel and clean it in my hand, and I basically take it up and basically run it through here, just to clean it all up and get it all nice and clean. When you clean it, you want to make sure that all the links are, these links in the middle, that's where it's moving, that all the dirt is out of those. The mineral spirit should have taken care of it, and also then the simple green, but just make sure. So just run it through a couple of times, and then some of the residue you will see in the towel, and then that should be good. Then you're ready to put it in the crock pot. Right, that's the next step. Alright, so now I plugged in my crock pot and waited for about half an hour or so. I basically waited until the whole beeswax, the whole wax, not just the beeswax, the whole wax is basically melted. You can basically, they say you can put it in there without having without it being all melted and stuff. But usually I want to see all the bubbles coming out. You will see those. The bubbles are basically in the segment. That's basically where the wax will go in to make it all nice. So I usually wait until it's all melted and then put it in. And then I use a screwdriver to basically get it all, situated. Get it all situated. It's all covered, and as you can see, all the bubbles are coming out, and that's basically the air escaping from the hotness. The air is escaping in all the holes, and that's where the wax will seep in. So the bubbles come out, or the air comes out, and the whatchamacallit, the wax will go in, and then it will be nicely waxed. Alright, last step is we need to take out I don't know, usually I wait until all the bubbles are gone out of this pot, and you can stir it around, see if there's any more bubbles coming out. But as you can see, the chain, the wax is still nice because I can still nicely see the chain and stuff. So there's some more bubbles coming out. I usually stir it around once or twice, and then wait for it here. Now the next thing is, it will drip a little bit, so I basically put down I do it inside because it's cold air right now inside, then outside in the garage. Usually I do it in the garage, then it doesn't matter if it drips or not. But I try to put something down on the floor when I take it out, and then I basically take my self-made double hook, right, so that I can actually hook it into something while the chain is hanging on. I can hook it down here while the chain is hanging on it, and then it will drip down. So I'll just try to make that as best as possible. So now I just take the hook, try to find the chain, try to actually hook into the chain, not just into one of those elements. Right there. See, I'm right there through it, hooked through. And now I'm just slowly, carefully taking it out so I don't get it all over the place. It's okay if it's all band up and stuff. And then just take it out, and I do it inside again because it's colder inside than outside. So it gets, if it's colder, the wax will dry much, or will basically harden much faster than before. So I'll just let this hang like this for a little bit to dry, to get all the stuff. You can see it drop down into the pot, the whole thing, and then I just basically take it out carefully. I don't want to get any new wax on there. Carefully get it out and over, and then I'm hanging it. And then let it dry, basically for until it gets dry. I mean, it will cool down pretty quickly, usually, and then that's it. And now I can unplug, but I will put my second chain in there, so that I have both ready. So good luck with it. Let me know if you have any questions.